The past, man, the past. Man, powerful. Most, well, technically all, the healing we require is because of the past. Also, our life gets so much better when we learn how to manage the past better. Our hang-ups. The old Zen proverb, let go or be dragged. It's powerful. Every day, at least for me, and I'm sure for a lot of people watching this, I deal with memories of the past. The past, the minute I start dwelling on the past, my vibe starts spiraling down. Now, as I've mentioned before, we can have those reflective states, reflecting on the past, and it can be positive memories. More often than not, though, when we're in the past, we're in a depressed state. I shouldn't say depression, but in that lower state of mind because we're dwelling. Dwelling on the past is very, very dangerous because when you're looking back, you're not looking where you're going. It's as simple as that. Now, the past is a very good frame of reference. You're driving. People say, don't look in the rearview mirror because then, well, I'll tell you what, it's good to glance in the rearview mirror because it gains some situational awareness. You see it, the popo's behind you, man, right? You see what's going on behind you, but what do you do regarding the past or what's behind you, the rear view? You glance. Glancing at the past is very, very helpful because it's a good frame of reference. It's a great way to remind yourself of where you were, where you are, and where you're going. Now, like I show guys and teach guys and women on my program, great way to start the day is in a reflective state. Wake up, sit. Man, we don't need to kumbaya and meditate for a bazillion hours or do some 2-hour biohacking bullshit to get some positive progress. Man, wake up, sit. Just sit and reflect. Reflect on self. Reflect on seeing in quiet. And this is before you dive into the matrix. Don't look at your phone. Don't look at your emails. Definitely don't put the news on, man. But the past is a powerful tool because, man, what's in the past? A lot of pain. A lot of pain. A lot of lessons. All the lessons are in the past. You don't have any lessons in the future. So embrace it. That's why it's important. The past. Understanding the powerful tool that is the past. The powerful reality that is the past. There's two things. What was and what is. That's it. That is it. So if you're forgetting half of that, people say focus on the present. Focus on the present. Be present. Man, I'll tell you what. Being present all the time is not necessarily the best thing, right? We have to use the past as a catalyst. We got to use the past as a motivator of where not to be, more often than not. Or where we were back in the day when something was working. Right? Analyze. But not to the point of analysis paralysis. It's a tool. Start viewing all these things, past, present, and visualization for the future, right? all these things are important. Understand it. Pull the emotion out of it. That's the key. That, if you take nothing else from this video, is when you approach things most things, in an unemotional and strategic way, you always come out on top, right? If you're driving, man, and you find that dip in and you start thinking about that old relationship, man, or that old job you lost, or that dumbass fucking shit you did, in my case, it's more often than not, right? Catch it. Catch it. This is that psychological training, man, that emotional training. Catch it. Watch it, right, as a passing note. Okay, I'm having this thought. Why am I having this thought? Okay. So separate the emotion out of it. Watch it pass. What positive can be learned from this? Am I in a low vibrational state? Right? Am I dwelling on it? Okay, let it go. Let it go past. Practice it. It's repetition, man. Easier said than done. I 100% will admit that, but when we're in the game and we're actually practicing this stuff, what do they say? You practice the perfect day. You don't always live one. Or also, man, if you're thinking about past things of other people, right? Could be a relationship, could be family, and it's pissing you off, right? Something someone did to you or they did before they even know you, or identify why. I'll tell you, in my case, it's more often than not, it helps me when I'm obsessing over a past thought. I try not to obsess, but it happens, man. I'm a hardcore motherfucker, and my mind gets latched onto things very easily. And I have to understand why. Focus back on yourself, right? When you point a finger, guess what? You got 3 more pointing back at you. Are you as tight as you could be? Use that negative, obsessive thought as a catalyst to redirect it back onto you. So every time you get an obsessive thought on something, redirect it. Go, okay, what in my life don't I have locked on? Is my diet locked on? Is my training locked on? Is my times of self-reflection? Is my schedule locked on? Am I professionally locked on? If you have any gaps in this situation, bro, you ain't got no place to be pointing a finger or obsessing on something somebody else did at all. Until your side of the street is 100% clean, redirect that energy back to what matters. The work on yourself, self-development. We're human beings. We are flawed by nature. Understanding that helps to not latch, to not be dragged. Allows you to let go, right? Don't have that ball and chain. To move forward, we got to cut the chains. Cut the chains. It's okay to glance back, man. Get that situational awareness. You want the whole scope. You want the 360. Right? It's not just here forward. Give it the old 180, man. And keep it moving. Be smart. Out here.